The fourth primal essential movement is the squat. The squat is probably one of the key movements that everybody should be able to do. The grok squat, you've seen me do the grok squat before. It's basically a rest position, but it's also an important movement for strengthening the muscles of the glutes, the hamstrings, the quads, the calves, basically the entire lower body. If you can't do a squat or if you haven't done squats before, the best way to start is with a wall squat. Now, I found this pole here instead of a wall. A wall works fine, but a pole works just as well. All you're going to do is find a position where your feet are about a little bit more than shoulder width apart and your knees are tracking with your feet. That means that your feet are probably anywhere from 30 to 45 degrees angled outward. Okay, and simply get against the wall, lean back, and let the wall do some of the work for you. And you go down as far as you feel comfortable. If you only feel comfortable going down to here, ease back up, and so on. Keep a straight back. Try to actually keep your head touching the wall. And just do as many of these as you can do without going too far. And if you can do all that it takes, the number that is required to move on to the next movement, then you can do so. And it's as simple as that. The next level of progression in the squat is the assisted pole squat. We're going to try and find a rigid object, a pole, or anything that we can use to assist ourselves safely in achieving the dip position, excuse me, the dip down, the squat position and back up, and use it to allow us to continue to gain mastery over this exercise. So again, you're going to approach the pole in this case with the standard squat position with your feet a little bit more than shoulder width apart, angled probably anywhere from 30 to 45 degrees, such that your knees track directly over your feet. You don't want your knees buckling inward. Your hands are going to be clasped around the pole, and you simply begin to do your squats with the pole assisting you to get down into the area. And you're going to it's basically you're pretending like you're sitting down in a chair and you're almost going to fall over backwards. You're putting a lot of the weight on your heels, and you're just using the pole to assist you. You want to try to get to a point where you're at least thighs parallel to the ground. Even lower is better if you can do that. And again, develop a proficiency in this exercise, and when you get to the point where you've hit the numbers to move on to the next level, do so. Okay, once you've achieved your numbers on the assisted pole squat, time to move on to the next level of mastery, which is the bench squat. And again, now we're getting ready to start to do real squats, regular full-on air squats, but we're going to use a bench behind us. We're not going to go as low as we would with a regular air squat. We're going to use the bench as an assist in case we fall over, or as a governing device to keep us from going too far down. This time we can use our hands if we want. So we can, as we go down, put our hands up and use our hands to help control our balance. Again, my feet are positioned the same way in a slightly wider than shoulder width stance, with the feet tracking outward maybe 30 to 45 degrees so that the knees go directly over the feet. And it's a lot of fun, actually. You can do this to music, and you can do it with a chair. You don't need a bench. You can do it with the side of your bed or your sofa if you want, as long as you've got something to keep you from going too far back. Hit your numbers, move on. Okay, time to move on to the green level of mastery in the squat, the air squat. In this case, we're going to take all the things that we learned from the prior levels and apply them into doing one of the most basic human movements there are. Now, important here, again, positioning of the feet, and what I like to do is I like to have people sometimes kind of close your eyes, jump up, and see where you land. And where you land is probably going to be the best position for you to do these air squats. Probably going to be a little bit more than shoulder width apart. Again, knees out, tracking out over the feet, feet probably 30 to 45 degrees angled outward. You are ready to start to get into your squat. Important to remember, keeping a straight back, keeping a neutral neck, gaze forward, stick your butt out as if you're going to be sitting into a chair, go down as low as you can, okay, and then come back up. You can cross your arms, you can put them over your shoulders, whatever. You can use your arms to help you pump, as I've done in the last couple. Go down as low as you can, get a rhythm going in some cases, because you're going to be doing a lot of these as part of your primal essential movements and your body weight exercises. You can put your hands behind your neck, call these a prisoner squat, Go all the way down and all the way up. Try to keep your weight focused on your heels as much as you can. I'm on a playground surface here, and it's not allowing me to do as much as I want on my heels, but the bottom line is to keep the weight not on your toes. If you're on your toes, you're doing these improperly. That's it. Get to your number. Now you're ready to move on.